Hey everybody, it's me, Maggie No, host of the Maggie No Show, No Brain Edition. This is a bit of a recording from my WooSuck meeting. I am president of the Washington University Stand-Up Comedy Club, WooSuck, and this is a live performance for a Zoom audience, so excuse the poor audio, and there might be a few feedback sounds. I can't help it. I don't know how to get rid of that. I'm not an audio specialist. I literally just record into GarageBand. So, okay, enjoy. So I guess I should start by just laying down the scene. I just want to lay down the scene. So I'm 8 years old. I'm 8. I'm young. I'm impressionable. I guess I should also mention I'm in the back of the car. I'm in the back of the car. And yeah, 8, young, impressionable. On the other side of me, we got my friend. Her name is Jolene. I don't know what kind of name that is for an 8-year-old, but she is 8 and she's young. I just want to mention impressionable. And then on the other side of me, we have this thing. His name is Jack. That's what we call him. And he's anywhere between ages 1 and 6. I don't really know. I don't keep tabs on that. And he's young. I don't know if I want to say he's impressionable because I don't know what's going through his head at this point in time. But he will say he's impressionable. And then, so that's the back seat. That's the back row. And then in the front row, we got my mother, India Gray, doing her mom thing in the front seat. And then in the driver's seat, we've got my father, Jason No, head honcho of the household, doing the manly thing of driving the car. And where is he driving us? Where is he driving us? He's driving us to my 8th birthday party at Wooden Wheels. And I don't know for anybody here who's ignorant and doesn't know what Wooden Wheels is, but it is the premier rollerblading rink of the upstate area. And I was getting excited for this because I was about to run down on this bitch. I was about to run down on Wooden Wheels. I don't know if you guys know, but I was born on my birth certificate. They said B2B. And for those who don't know, that means born to blade. I was born to blade. If there was an Olympic team that I could have joined at age 8, and if there was an Olympic rollerblading team, I would have been on it. And I was also really excited because I had invited my crush Jacob to this. And I had a big plan in my head that I was going to go by Jacob so fast. I was going to blade by him so quickly that he was going to fall to the ground. And instead of offering a hand, what I was going to do is I was going to circle around him like a vulture, taunting him. And in that, he was going to fall in love with me. And obviously I was a real romantic. I've been a romantic ever since, just like Jack Henry. Shout out Jack Henry. And so I was in this fantasy state, and then all of a sudden it's interrupted when I just hear my father screaming, "What the fuck?" And they just fucking cut us off. And of course me, I'm 8. I hear curse words, and also my dad's yelling, so I gotta look up. And in front of us, I see a souped up Subaru has cut us off. It's cut us off in the lane. And I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know if everybody here knows what a souped up Subaru is, but it is a Subaru sedan. And it's got a lightning bolt on it and no muffler. So it's basically a Hot Wheel, but for people on a budget. And also, just like another side note on a souped up Subaru, I don't understand. If you're going to be a douchebag driver, like you could get any cars. There's the Mustang, there's the Charger. I feel like Kia Soul is low-key a douchebag car. And Kia Soul is kind of a douchebag car. So these people, they come in, and my dad, he's livid. He's yelling. He's throwing down on these people. And as I mentioned before, dad is the head honcho of the household. And I would say he's the protector. And so he decides in that moment, the best way to protect his family is by going in a high-speed pursuit of this souped-up Subaru. So we're chasing these people down. He's got his middle fingers up, one hand on the wheel, middle fingers up on the other way, and we're chasing them down. And then we come to a red light, and we come to a stop. And the souped-up Subaru is in front of us. We're behind. And that is unfortunate for us. That's unfortunate for the souped up Subaru. And another moment where my dad, head honcho of the family, protector of the family, decides how is he going to best protect the family? He decides that he has to exit the vehicle. So he takes off the seatbelt. He walks out of the car and starts doing an angry march towards the souped up Subaru. And he goes up to them and he starts knocking on the window and he says, roll it down. And so they roll down the window and he just lets it rip into them. I don't know what he said. I have no idea. I imagine it was a lot of cursing. This is WooSuck. It's a Washington University club, so I should probably keep the cursing down to a minimum. I have used a lot of curse words in this though. And so he's fucking laying it down, probably, fuck you. And then the light turns green. And so the car goes off. The souped up Subaru drives away. And I'm sure they've really learned their lesson from my dad. And my dad starts walking back. I don't even recognize him. My dad used to be weak, frail. Now, after he's yelled at this souped up Subaru, I can recognize him as a much more triumphant man, husband, definitely a future psychiatric ward patient. And he comes back, storms back to the car. He runs into the car. He gets into the seatbelt. He locks himself in. And then he looks into the rear view mirror. And he looks right at me. And he says, Maggie, don't ever do that. And I was like, so that I had to let that sink in. And I was like, Dad, like, this is the perfect thing to do to Jacob. So I'm going to do this right when I get into Wooden Wheels. I'm cutting Jacob off and I'm going right in. And that's how I'm going to make Jacob fall in love with me, is cutting him off and then taunting him on the rollerblading ring. So actually I did that right after my dad told me not to. So yeah, that's my story of how my dad is absolutely fucking insane. And yeah, I hope Jason No did not enter the call during that. Okay, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, so I just want to say I love my dad. He's a great guy. And a lot has changed in 10 years. I don't think he would do that anymore. I don't think. Okay. So, love you, Dad. Love you. And thanks, everybody, for listening in. Again, this is an episode of The Maggie No Show, No Brain Edition. See you all again. Well, I guess never, because this is a podcast. Okay, bye-bye.